New year, new me. This is who I'm gonna be now. Welcome back, guys, to another video, and I hope you guys had a great holiday season. This time we're going back to an old deck that made quite a big wave, and I think 2022, I think it was. I'm not really sure what year it was actually. Maybe it was 2023. Whatever cashier format was, but we're going back to good old Traptrix. And I don't know why I decided to play this deck. I just didn't want to play anything, really. I just been waiting for the new support for the next main set to play something different. But for now, we're going to go back to Traptrix and see how it does in the current format. Now, before you guys grill me on the deck profile, just know that I just put it together and I was like, you know what, let's just go with it and see how it goes. All right, guys, here is the deck list. Now, it's not completely pure. As you can see, we have a little bit of Cashtira stuff. And to be honest, the Cashtira stuff is probably the best part of the deck. So maybe I should just be playing pure Cashtira. But other than that, we have a couple new traps we can use, right? Like, so Dominus Purge is a new trap you can use in this deck. And it's not too bad. And the deck can play shifter. It's not like the best thing ever, but when you want to just kind of turn stop or turn skip your opponent, it can kind of work out because a lot of people are playing like Fiendsmith variants of all their decks, so shifter kind of just stops all that. We still have to deal with the Xeyo detonator for the most part in most of those like Xeyo Fiendsmith matchups, so Traptrix does not do that, unfortunately. So I mean, you kind of just have to draw like thrust talents, like a Cashtira card, Imperm, something like that to deal with it, and we don't always have that, so it's gonna be a little scary. We're gonna see how well we can actually play into those matchups, but other than that, Traptrix is still Traptrix. Some decks can kind of just lose to something like a Floodgate Trap Hole, so we're gonna see how that is. Extra deck is kind of loose. There's a couple of cards in here that you don't really need. So I don't know, maybe we could have put Fiendsmith in here, but I don't think you guys wanted to see that. You guys probably didn't want to see Cashtira either, but here we are. In the side deck, it's a little weird. I wasn't quite sure what to prepare for, so we kind of just have a little bit of everything. Maybe Dark Ruler should have been something I mained, because it's still like pretty decent in like like the Xeyo matchup. So I'm not quite sure, because like Dark Ruler can still handle like a good amount of those boards, and then you just have to deal with like hand traps and like a cross. I don't know. And I kept a couple hand traps in just in case someone was playing something like, I don't know, like Branded or something, but that there wasn't any. Everyone's just playing Malice or Xeyo. And then we have like a couple like flex cards to play for our thrust. Like Duster, Dark Ruler, another talent, Sanctum, D-Barrier, stuff like that. I wasn't really too sure what to side with this deck. Just I didn't even know how to build this deck at all, but this is my list. We're gonna see how it goes and head on over to locals. Nothing too crazy this time around. We'll get a little bit crazier on the next episode. Yo, bro, which one's your favorite Traptrix monster, man?
Where's the Cashtira Fenrir?
Oh,
Where's it at?
It's not here, man. I don't know. Hey, yo, bro, what's your favorite Traptrix monster, man? Take a pick.
Do I have to pick?
Yeah, you gotta pick one, man. Come on.
That's the hat format, Vermilion.
Oh,
that's the only acceptable one.
shoot. Hey, yo, officer. Hey, yo, Johnny, bro. Come on, man. What's your favorite Traptrix monster, man?
None of the above. I choose this.
Oh,
these cards are bad, bro.
What?
Those cards are all bad.
Bro, what do you mean these
Tell
are
me
great?
which one did you break on? They're all bad.
All right, so I'm gonna show a match here up against Fiendsmith Xeyo. I wasn't able to record all my matches because I forgot to charge my phone, and I don't know, just a little bit of an awkward table placement where I was sitting too. But so we get to go first against Xeyo Fiendsmith, and we don't really open anything too crazy. We open like Mermelio plus evenly match, And then the rest of our 3 cards in our hand are kind of dead. I mean, we didn't get hand traps, so we couldn't use our like thrust, I think, is in our hand. But so I made the mistake here of Floodgate Trap Hole, thinking that he can't use Xeyo to search, but Xeyo actually says face up monster, so you actually can still search after that. So I mean, we find that out later, and I ended up using just a bunch of my interruption on Feastsmith cards, which isn't ideal considering the fact that next turn he's just gonna play again. But yeah, a bunch of cards I just can't really use, and just redundant cards, so I wasn't able to really set up much. I mean, just 2 interruptions and or I guess like technically 3, but the way I did it, I only got 2. So I mean, he ends up getting to duo drive resolving, and then from there, you know, you get your usual detonator plus cross setup, and he's able to clear out all my monsters, and I don't really have any good traps to set up for this detonator. I mean, I guess Holotea may have been better, but at the same time, I kind of just want to use the Holotea on my turn anyways, for the cross to get rid of it. But I mean, it's a little bit rough. I mean, we draw a unicorn, which is really good, a really good draw. However, at this point, when you're staring down a detonator with 3 pops, it's not quite, you know, good enough, let's just say. He ends up popping the back row. I'm trying to go probably, I think, for an SP here, try and deal some stuff. I mean, this should, I think, get either like cross out the way or detonator, so I should be able to deal with like most of what I'm looking at here. Then he has, of course, a setup Fiendsmith, whatever the trap is called. I forgot what it's called. Paradise, I think is what it's called. He has that setup too for Desiree, and I end up getting rid of the cross, which is good. And then Desiree sends the Myrmelio. We have Birth as our last thing. Unicorn attack, rip. I hit the sequence, and then from there we can just kind of just chill on this. I don't know. It's not what I really want. It's not good enough because next turn he can just kind of beat over everything because he has ice in hand for follow-up. So we could go first again. We drew the shifter, and I make a pretty big mistake because I should know that I should be fine through with shifter to not search one of the actual interruption traps. I should have just searched Holotea to be able to have a follow-up play, because he just passes here, and when I look at my hand, I'm like, oh, I can't really do anything with my hand. So I end up passing after just attacking with Sarah, which is not what you want to do. So yeah, had I searched Holotea, I would have been able to get a Traptrix with Fleeja set up, and also set a trap, a hole trap. So yeah, that would have been much better to have the extra layer there. And yeah, not quite optimal there, but I ended up floodgating Trap Hole this Lurie just to try and keep him off the Feast with stuff, because he started with Tract. If you start with Engraver, I probably wouldn't have done that, but yeah, so he normal summons the Engraver and then goes into Requiem into the Lacrima. So yeah, not too great from where we're sitting here. And then I think he forgot that he had Ultra Slayer because he does it now, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, I think our board was getting outed no matter what. So unfortunate. He gets Chaos Angel, then goes Magnuma. So he actually didn't have any Ryziel plays, but he has some Bistio stuff. But we have a triple Titus Talon, so I'm gonna try and make him trigger it. So I go into Sarah, he goes Bistio Baldrick, and I had to Talons take his monster because I already used my normal summons, so a lot of the draws in my deck are not good. So I do that just out the board and sit on Fenrir and hope that's enough, and unfortunately it's not quite. He has Sword Ryziel, then from here he's just able to bounce my monster, then, you know, go for game from here. So yeah, we end up losing that matchup. Yeah, like I said, we didn't really, I wasn't able to record all my matches. We played 5 matches, and I was able to go 4-1, surprisingly. Went up against, I think, Tempire Dragon, Silent Man Great, twice, interestingly enough. And then 2 feats with Ryziel, and was able to win one of them. So, for the deck, Traptrix, unfortunately, is not the call. This deck is not good into a lot of the Ryziel boards. I mean, Detonator is insane. Like, come on, guys. Like, that thing just destroys chat decks right now. The Cashier stuff is the best part of the deck, unfortunately. So if you don't like Cashier, well, this is not your format. Unicorn Rip is probably one of the best things that I've been noticing. I mean, there's so many one-ofs in a lot of these decks now. So you know, Unicorn Rip Requiem, Unicorn Rip the one-of Duo Drive. It's just really good right now. So if your deck can play Cashier, I would highly recommend playing Cashier. So let's just check out our prizing packs and see what kind of stuff we can get here. Can't wait to not get anything good. Unless anti-magic. No. This is the core entry, right? No. No. No.